Your dog is asking you for something 6 times every day. You think you know what they need. You're wrong about almost all of it. You fill the bowl, you open the door, you throw the ball, but your dog's cortisol climbs anyway. Their heart rate stays elevated. Their body never settles. Something is missing that you cannot see. Researchers at the University of Agricultural Sciences in Sweden tracked 80 dogs through 5 months. They measured cortisol every hour. What they found breaks the standard advice about dogs. The dogs whose stress stayed low were not the ones getting longer walks. They were not the ones getting more toys or more training or more food. They were the ones receiving 6 specific moments that most owners walk past without seeing. Your dog waits for these moments. You miss them every day. The first gift is morning stillness, not excitement, quiet. University of Bristol researchers studied 156 dogs during the first 10 minutes after owners woke. Dogs exposed to immediate high energy showed elevated cortisol for 4 hours. Heart rates stayed 12 beats per minute higher than baseline until early afternoon. Dogs given 2 minutes of calm contact before movement showed cortisol that dropped below baseline within 20 minutes. Your dog's nervous system resets every morning based on those first 2 minutes. If you wake and move fast, if you speak loud, if you start at high volume, your dog's body reads instability. Cortisol rises. It stays risen. This pattern repeats every morning until it becomes baseline. Morning stillness is not petting. It is sitting with your dog in silence while they feel your breathing. Researchers at Linköping University in Sweden measured cortisol synchronization between 58 pairs. Dogs whose owners sat still for 2 minutes each morning showed cortisol that mirrored their owners throughout the day. Dogs whose owners moved immediately into activity showed cortisol spikes that appeared random. Your dog does not need cheerfulness in the morning. They need calm. The second gift is the permission to disengage. Dr. Alexandra Horowitz at Barnard College studied leash behavior in 340 dogs across urban environments. Dogs forced to maintain constant engagement with their owners on walks showed significantly higher stress markers than dogs allowed to disengage and explore independently. The optimal pattern was 3 minutes of owner focus, followed by 2 minutes of dog choice, repeated throughout the walk. You have been taught that a good walk means your dog pays attention to you the entire time. That teaching is wrong. A dog who cannot look away from you is in constant vigilance. Their nervous system never rests. The University of Agricultural Sciences tracked sniff walk behavior in dogs given full leash length to explore scents. These dogs showed 34% lower cortisol after walks than dogs kept in close heel position. Your dog needs permission to stop performing attention. They need you to stand still while they investigate a smell for as long as they want. They need you to let them choose direction for segments of your route. This does not mean letting your dog pull. It means building in 3 to 5 moments per walk where you stop and give your dog 2 full minutes to do whatever they want within leash range. The third gift is midday acknowledgement, not interaction, not play, just acknowledgement. Researchers at the University of Milan installed cameras in 94 homes and tracked dog behavior during work-from-home days. They watched for 8 hours a day for 6 weeks. Dogs whose owners made eye contact and spoke their name at least once every 2 hours showed 28% less displacement behavior than dogs whose owners worked without acknowledgement breaks. Displacement behavior is what dogs do when they do not know what to expect. They lick their paws, they pace, they stare at walls. It is not boredom. It is low-grade, chronic stress from existing in space with someone who is present but unavailable. Your dog does not need you to stop working. They need you to look at them for 5 seconds and say their name. That is all. Being seen regulates their nervous system. Being ignored while you are present dysregulates it. Dr. Stanley Coren at the University of British Columbia found that dogs in homes where owners worked remotely without acknowledgement showed higher baseline anxiety than dogs in homes where owners left for work each day. The difference was not the separation itself, it was the unpredictability of availability during physical presence. A dog whose owner leaves learns to settle. A dog whose owner stays but ignores them never learns to stop monitoring. One 5-second acknowledgement every 2 hours. Your dog's nervous system needs to know you still see them, even when you cannot interact. The fourth gift is the evening decompression window. Tufts University Cummings School studied 183 dogs and found that dogs given 20 minutes between their owner's arrival home and any demands showed significantly lower rates of separation anxiety development over 6 months. You come home, your dog is excited, you feel guilty, you immediately engage, you pet them, you talk, you take them out. Your dog reads this as evidence that your arrival means activity must happen. Their arousal stays high. They do not decompress. The evening decompression window is 20 minutes where you come home and do nothing with your dog. You sit, you change clothes, you exist in the same space without making demands. Your dog can approach you. You do not initiate. Dogs who experience this window learn to settle faster when alone. Dogs who do not learn that their owner's presence means activity must happen. When the owner is gone, the contrast becomes sharper. Give your dog 20 minutes of presence without attention. Their separation anxiety will decrease. The fifth gift is boundary enforcement. Not punishment, not correction, enforcement. University of Porto researchers studied aversive training methods versus boundary-based training in 92 dogs over 6 months of daily sessions. Dogs trained with aversive methods showed elevated cortisol both during and after training sessions that lasted for hours. Dogs trained with clear boundary enforcement without aversive tools showed cortisol that remained at baseline throughout the entire day. Your dog needs to know what the edges are. They need to know which spaces are theirs and which are yours. They need to know which furniture they can access and which they cannot. They need to know when play starts and when play ends. They need to know these things with absolute consistency, because inconsistency keeps their nervous system in a state of constant evaluation. You think enforcement is mean. It is not. What is mean is letting your dog guess. A dog who has to guess whether jumping on the counter will result in correction or in being ignored is a dog living in a house where the rules change based on your mood. That dog's cortisol stays elevated because they never know what safety looks like. Researchers at Universitat Autònoma de Barcelona reviewed 43 studies on training methods and found that dogs trained with clear, consistent boundaries showed lower stress markers than dogs in homes with unclear or inconsistent rules. The key variable was not the presence of rules, it was the consistency of enforcement. Your dog does not need you to be permissive, they need you to be predictable. Decide what the boundaries are, and force them the same way every single time. Your dog's stress will drop because they will stop spending cognitive energy trying to figure out what you want. The sixth gift is the dignified rest protection. Not crating, not confining, protection. Royal Veterinary College Generation Pup Study tracked 1,500 puppies into adulthood and found that dogs whose rest was protected from interruption in puppyhood showed significantly lower rates of sound sensitivity and hypervigilance as adults. Your dog rests. You walk past, you touch them, you speak to them, you let other people approach them. You let children pet them while they sleep. You believe this is affection. It is not. It is teaching your dog that rest is not safe. A dog who learns that sleep can be interrupted without warning becomes a dog who cannot fully rest. They keep one part of their nervous system active to monitor for approach. This divided attention during rest means they never reach deep sleep. Over time, their baseline anxiety rises because their body never gets the full restoration that deep sleep provides. The dignified rest protection is a simple rule that you enforce with everyone in your home and everyone who visits your space. When the dog is resting, no one touches them, no one speaks to them, no one approaches them unless there is a genuine emergency. If you need the dog to move, you wake them with your voice from a distance and then give them time to stand and orient before you approach. This teaches your dog that rest is safe. That teaching changes everything about how they experience the world. A dog who knows rest is safe is a dog who can settle. A dog who cannot settle is a dog living in perpetual low-grade vigilance. These 6 gifts cost you nothing but focused attention and awareness, morning stillness, permission to disengage, midday acknowledgement, evening decompression, boundary enforcement, dignified rest. Your dog is not asking for more of your time. They are asking for different attention during the time you already give them each day. The dogs who seem most connected to their owners are not the ones whose owners do more activity or spend more hours. They are the ones whose owners see the small moments and choose to meet them. That seeing is a skill you must practice. It is not instinct. You have to decide to look for the moments where your dog is hoping you will notice what they need most. Your dog knows when you see them. They know when you do not. The distance between those 2 states is where the relationship either deepens or slowly erodes without either of you understanding why. 6 moments a day. That is all they are waiting for you to give.